Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video here on the SSA Philosophy channel, where we dive into the philosophies of characters from video games to TV shows to movies, etc., etc. So, in today's video, we are going to be going over the philosophy of the character known as Jimmy Pegorino from GTA 4. And as always, let us not waste any time. Let us go on ahead and let's get started. And also, if you do enjoy content on this channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and notification bell to be notified of every video I make on the channel because it does help out the algorithm very well. So, as always, let us go on ahead and begin. Jimmy Pegorino, a character from Grand Theft Auto 4, epitomizes the tragic archetype of a man caught between ambition and reality. As the head of the Pegorino crime family, he operates on the fringes of the criminal underworld in Alderney, yearning for the prestige and power of the Liberty City Mafia elite. Yet his perpetual underdog status defines his trajectory. Pegorino's philosophy, rooted in desperation, pride, and an unrelenting hunger for respect, serves as a microcosm of the human desire to transcend limitations only to be thwarted by the harsh truths of one's position and capability. Pegorino's journey reveals a philosophy shaped by contradictions, loyalty and betrayal, ambition and insecurity, power and, and impotence. This tension drives his decisions, shaping his interactions with the game's protagonist, Nico Bellic, and culminating in his inevitable downfall. So, by delving into Pegorino's philosophy, we uncover a meditation on ambition, self delusion, and the human need for recognition.
You guys all friends now? Nice. You best hope you made a good first impression on Nico, boys. He's gonna be the one looking out for you during this meet. Well, he's being paid to look out for me, so saving you guys' asses would be overtime.
That's just if the shit goes down, right, boss? The Pavanos wouldn't fuck with you.
Wake up, you fucking mook. Everybody's trying to fuck everybody. We're just hoping they got the manners to smile to our faces before they do it.
You giving them a nice little offering, though, Skip. They ain't gonna turn up their noses at that.
God, give me strength. It's like I'm dealing with children here. No wonder I ain't on a commission when my muscle is this stupid.
If the Pavanos is a Liberty City family, what are they doing coming out to Alderney for this meet?
I let them operate out here from time to time. Pavanos work a little shy business on this side of the West River. They also control a few bookies. I don't mind them taking a bite. I don't even make them give me a taste. Hopefully, they're gonna respect that when it comes time to asking them for a favor.
You can't be too confident if you've got me here.
Your insurance. I'm the captain of this ship because I look at every possibility. Check to make sure my ass is covered in each situation. I think about what's gonna happen if this guy screws me, if this one turns states, and so on.
That's why you're the boss.
Shut up! Jesus, you're worse than my mother. Anyways, that's why Ray ain't ever gonna make it to the level he wants to reach. He's too busy thinking about himself. That diamond fuck-up is case in point. I'm like a fucking chess player. You're covering me for 6 moves ahead when me and the Pavanos is just putting our first pawns out there on a checkerboard.
Ah, I like what you did there, Skip. Real clever.
Can you do me a favor? Can you just shoot yourself to save me the trouble of doing it? Can you, Marco? Jesus!
At the core of Pegorino's philosophy, it lies his unyielding ambition. Despite being the boss of his own crime family, he views himself as a minor player in the grand scheme of Liberty City's criminal hierarchy. His dream of elevating the Pegorino family to the Commission, which is the upper echelon of organized crime, is not merely about power, but it's about validation. See, he believes that acceptance by the Commission would immortalize his name and legitimize his life's work. And many philosophers have grappled with the ethical implications of ambition. Is it virtuous or vice? Can it be pursued without compromising one's integrity? So Aristotle, he argued that virtue lies in finding the golden mean between excess and deficiency. Ambition, when properly tempered, can be a virtue. However, excessive ambition can lead to hubris and a neglect of other important values. Immanuel Kant emphasized the importance of acting in accordance with moral duty. Ambition, when pursued for its own sake, can be seen as a violation of this duty, and it's more ethical to strive for goals that benefit others and contribute to the common good. Friedrich Nietzsche viewed ambition as a fundamental aspect of human nature. The will to power is the drive to dominate and overcome obstacles. However, Nietzsche warned against the dangers of unchecked ambition, which can lead to nihilism and despair. So, psychologists have all explored the psychological roots of ambition, identifying various factors that contribute to its development. And these include need for achievement, which is a strong desire to succeed and excel, fear of failure, which is a fear of falling short of one's potential, social comparison, the tendency to compare oneself to others, and parental influence, the role of parents in shaping children's aspirations. While ambition can be a powerful force for positive change, it can also have negative consequences. It can lead to stress, anxiety, and burnout. Moreover, the pursuit of external validation can undermine one's sense of self worth and happiness. Ultimately, the value of ambition it depends on how it is pursued and what it is pursued for. When ambition is aligned with genuine values and used as a means to serve others, it can be a source of fulfillment and meaning. However, when it becomes an end in itself, it can lead to disappointment and disillusionment. One of the underlying motivations for ambition is the desire for acceptance. We strive to achieve greatness in the hope of gaining recognition and approval from others. However, this pursuit of external validation, it can be a double-edged sword because it can lead to a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction even if we achieve our goals. True fulfillment comes from within, not from external sources. By cultivating a sense of self worth and embracing our imperfections, we can find peace and contentment regardless of our worldly achievements. This ambition, however, is both Pegorino's driving force and his Achilles heel. See, his relentless pursuit of respect, it blinds him to the realities of his situation. He fails to see that his family is too small, too irrelevant, and too outclassed to achieve the status he craves. His philosophy of ambition thus reflects a universal human struggle, the desire to overcome one's limitations and to belong in a world that may never fully embrace them.
So, listen, we got a bit of a problem with the Pavanos.
Yes, I noticed that at your meeting with them.
The way they look at us, we're bottom feeders. Always have been. We ain't a real family to them, just a bunch of Guernsey Goombas. When things are cool, we're getting fucked.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sure. Listen, some of their boys are in town today. Gonna collect their piece of an Alderney bookie ring. Where it is, they're at the diner in Acta. Find them and follow them to the meet. You disrupt it, and I'll let you keep the money. But make sure you hit the Pavanos real hard. Capiche?
Yeah, capiche.
Thank you.
Pegorino's pride is inseparable from his ambition, but it often works against him. See, his pride manifests as an obsessive need to assert dominance and authority, even when it is strategically unwise. This is evident in his dealings with Nico and other criminal associates, where Pegorino's tone oscillates between desperation and bravado. Some philosophers have argued that a certain degree of pride is essential for human flourishing. It can be a source of motivation, driving individuals to strive for excellence and achieve their full potential. Aristotle, for example, he considered pride to be a virtue, a golden mean between the vices of humility and vanity. A proud person, according to Aristotle, has a just sense of their own worth and takes pleasure in their accomplishments. Ayn Rand, a 20th century philosopher, also championed pride as a virtue. She argued that pride is essential for self esteem and that it is a moral imperative to value oneself and one's achievements. However, pride can also be a destructive force. When it becomes excessive, it can lead to arrogance, hubris, and a distorted sense of self. And the biblical story of Lucifer, who was cast out of heaven for his pride, is a classic example of the dangers of excessive pride. The philosophical debate over pride often hinges on the distinction between healthy pride and unhealthy pride. Healthy pride is grounded in a realistic assessment of one's abilities and accomplishments. It motivates individuals to strive for excellence without becoming arrogant or self centered. Unhealthy pride, on the other hand, is rooted in a distorted sense of self and can lead to destructive behavior. To navigate the complexities of pride, it is essential to cultivate a balanced perspective. We should strive to recognize and appreciate our strengths and accomplishments without becoming overly self absorbed. We should also be mindful of our limitations and willing to learn from our mistakes. So Pegorino's pride. Now his pride isolates him because his inability to accept criticism or admit weakness alienates potential allies and fuels his paranoia even more. He frequently lashes out at those around him, interpreting their advice as a challenge to his authority. In the end, his philosophy of pride reveals the fragility of his self image. He builds walls to protect his ego, but these walls become his prison.
Not you as well. Tell me it ain't you as well,
Hey,
you
hey,
Slavic
hey!
fuck!
What are you talking about?
Speak, you Balkan piece of shit! I'm done with you, done with everyone. I'll go, but I ain't going quietly!
Mr. Pegorino, I don't know what you're talking about. I came as quickly as I could.
Fucking Anthony!
What about Anthony?
He was wearing a fucking wire!
That is a problem.
My personal bodyguard wearing a wire! I raised that kid like he was my own! I beat him like he was my own son! When my son killed himself, Anthony became my son. Now this! The world is a cunt!
Where is Anthony?
I heard he's wearing a wire, so I freak out. I call him up. He's such a moron, he leaves his cell phone on. So we speak. After he's gone states, of course. I mean, Jesus. What a chump! He freaks out on the phone, and I put the fear of God in him. I think maybe I've talked him out of it. Then he has a goddamn heart attack on the phone. I'm thinking problem solved. He's dying right in front of my ears. But the asshole lived, and now he's in the Leftwood Hospital under heavy guard.
Okay.
Of course, he's got you on the fucking tape, too.
Of course.
So you'll do this for me.
So you want me to talk to him?
I want you to whack him. And after that, I want you to kill all the other rats I surround myself with.
Okay. Don't worry.
Loyalty is a recurring theme in Pegorino's worldview, though his interpretation of it is deeply flawed. He expects unwavering loyalty from those around him while failing to offer the same in return. Pegorino sees loyalty as a tool for maintaining control rather than a mutual bond of trust. Loyalty is often seen as a virtue, a testament to character and commitment. It binds us to our families, our friends, communities, and nations. Loyal individuals are often admired for their steadfastness and unwavering support. However, this idolized view of loyalty can obscure its darker side. Blind obedience. See, loyalty can lead to blind obedience, where individuals follow orders or conform to groupthink without question. This can result in the perpetuation of harmful practices, as seen in cults, authoritarian regimes, and extremist groups. Tribalism. See, loyalty can foster tribalism, a tendency to favor one's own group over others, and this can lead to prejudice, discrimination, and even violence. Sacrifice of individuality. Loyalty can demand the sacrifice of individual values and beliefs, and this can stifle creativity, critical thinking, and personal growth. And justification of wrongdoing. Loyalty can be used to justify unethical or immoral behavior. For example, a loyal employee might cover up a company's wrongdoing, or a loyal soldier might commit atrocities in the name of their country. While loyalty can be a positive force, it is important to recognize its limitations. A rigid adherence to loyalty can lead to negative consequences. It is essential to cultivate a nuanced understanding of loyalty, one that balances commitment to others with personal integrity and critical thinking. So, a more nuanced, a more balanced approach to loyalty would involve critical thinking, questioning the motives and actions of those we are loyal to, moral courage, the willingness to challenge the status quo and speak out against injustice, even if it means defying those we are loyal to. Empathy, understanding the perspectives of others, even those who are different from us. A sense of justice, prioritizing justice and fairness over loyalty. This hypocrisy is most glaring in his portrayal of Nico during the final act of the game. Pegorino's decision to sacrifice Nico for his own benefit underscores the transactional nature of his relationships. His philosophy of loyalty, therefore, is not about moral integrity, but about preserving his power. It serves as a cautionary tale that loyalty, devoid of sincerity, is fragile and ultimately is self destructive.
Vodka on the rocks.
Nico, good to see you.
And you? How are you?
Fucking terrible. We got legal problems, all kinds of crap. You know how things have gone.
I've heard some things.
You get close to your dream, then something holds you back. No. Well, commission or no commission, I ain't gonna starve. People don't want me around, they don't have to have me. But I know how to earn. I need a favor.
Here we go.
Fuck you. I looked out for you, and I'll pay good, real good. But I need you to do something. I need you to collect that H. I got some Russians who have a buyer.
Russians?
Yeah. Dmitry Rascalov.
No, we've got history.
I know. But this is real. I need you.
Real? What the fuck is real? Real because it's you?
Real because it's my last chance.
Then good luck.
No. I need you to get that H. I need the money. I looked out for you. You know, people wanted to whack you. I said no. Now I need you. And I'll pay a lot of money.
Listen, Mr. Pegorino, I already told you. I got history.
No, you listen, you dumb immigrant fuck. I ain't asking you. I'm telling you, do this. Get over your principles. These guys don't hold grudges. Do it or you and me are going to have a problem. Look, Phil will look after you. You won't even have to deal with the fucking Russians. He's waiting for you down in Tudor.
All right.
I knew I could count on you. Hey, how about that drink?
Desperation defines Pegorino's life as much as ambition does. His actions are driven by a deep-seated fear of irrelevance, a fear that his family will fade into obscurity without achieving greatness. This desperation is evident in his increasingly erratic behavior as the story progresses. Desperation can serve as a powerful catalyst for change. When faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges, individuals may be forced to think outside the box, to take risks, and to explore unconventional solutions. And this can lead to breakthroughs in science, art, and other fields. For example, many great inventions and discoveries were born out of necessity, driven by the desperate need to solve a problem or improve a situation. Desperation can also inspire moral courage. When faced with injustice or oppression, individuals who feel marginalized may be more likely to stand up for their rights and challenge the status quo. And this can lead to social and political change, as well as personal growth and transformation. While desperation can be a powerful force for good, it can also have negative consequences. When individuals feel hopeless and helpless, they may resort to destructive behaviors such as violence, substance abuse, or self harm. It is important to recognize the signs of despair and to seek help when needed. To truly understand the philosophy of desperation, it's important to cultivate empathy. By putting ourselves in the shoes of others, we can gain a deeper appreciation for their struggles and their potential. Empathy can help us to connect with others on a human level, to build bridges, and to promote understanding and compassion. Pegorino's desperation leads him to take reckless risks, such as forming unstable alliances, like, say, with Dmitry Rascalov, and making enemies of powerful figures. His philosophy of desperation highlights the dangers of acting out of fear rather than strategy. It is a reminder that desperation, though a powerful motivator, it often leads to choices that hasten one's downfall.
Problem with this guy is I can't even think straight. He's always
There he
down.
is. Welcome to the War Council, my boy.
Gentlemen, what's going on?
Nothing. Discussing pest control.
Well, I've given you my advice, Peg. You do what you think is best.
I agree.
Finally.
I mean, I don't agree with what he says. I agree that you know best.
Excuse me?
Relax. I didn't mean nothing by it. Look, either we make the right call or we all end up in prison anyway. Well, your crap ain't gonna do me no favors.
Be careful. See you later. Boss, gentlemen.
You're only an associate, Phil. Remember that.
Yeah, okay, tough
Boss,
guy.
I gotta tell you this. He's not straight. Right before I came in here, I saw him talking to Angie again.
You better leave. I need to speak to Nico.
Sure, boss. But, think about what I said,
I will.
you know?
Trust me on that. We got real problems. Police are all over us. Maybe you heard, I got served papers today. Phil yesterday. We got a couple of boys in jail. I think they might squeal. Somebody's talking. Wants us out of the picture. Maybe John Gravelli. Or them Ancelottis. Somebody got to my people.
So what you going to do about it?
I don't know. I gotta shut someone up and show people I mean business. I've known Phil a long time. He's straight, more or less. I know him and Angie are friends, but that don't worry me too much. Maybe he's too straight. Then there's Ray. I don't know. I don't trust him. But he's a good earner. I know he's got his eye on the big prize, but he's no dummy. Him and Phil hate each other. I gotta think about it.
Okay.
I'll give you a call. Whoever I say to go see him. And shut him up!
Ultimately, Pegorino's philosophy revolves around his desire to leave a legacy. He wants to be remembered as a significant figure in the criminal underworld, a man who defied the odds and elevated his family's name. Yet his actions betrayed the futility of this pursuit. His obsession with legacy, it blinds him to the present, causing him to alienate those who might have genuinely cared for him. At the heart of the legacy pursuit, it lies a fundamental illusion: the belief that we can control our own narrative beyond our more existence. We strive to leave behind monuments, works of art, scientific discoveries, or acts of heroism, all in the hope of being remembered and revered. However, the passage of time is an indifferent force, eroding even the most enduring legacies. History is rewritten, reputations tarnished, and once celebrated figures forgotten. The desire to control to control one's legacy is ultimately a futile attempt to grasp at the intangible, a desperate bid to defy the inevitability of death. The pursuit of legacy often leads to a neglect of the present moment. Instead of living fully in the here and the now, individuals become preoccupied with future accolades and posthumous recognition. This preoccupation can rob life of its richness and depth, as we sacrifice immediate joys and meaningful connections for the sake of a distant, uncertain future. The present moment, with its myriad opportunities for growth, love, and compassion, is eclipsed by the relentless pursuit of a legacy that may never materialize. The desire for a lasting legacy is often rooted in a deep seated fear of oblivion. We cling to the idea of being remembered, of our existence extending beyond the grave, as a way of denying our mortality. This fear can lead to a distorted sense of self importance as we inflate our significance and believe that our actions will have a profound and enduring impact on the world. However, this egocentric perspective, it obscures the interconnectedness of all beings and the transient nature of individual existence. Rather than chasing an elusive legacy, a more fulfilling approach to life involves embracing the present moment and living authentically. This means cultivating meaningful relationships, pursuing passions, and contributing to the well being of others. It involves finding joy in the simple pleasures of life and experiencing the world with a sense of wonder and gratitude. By focusing on the present, we can live a life of depth and purpose, leaving behind a legacy of love, kindness, and compassion, far more enduring than any monument or accolade. In the end, Pegorino's legacy is one of failure and betrayal. His name is not immortalized as he hoped. Instead, he becomes another cautionary tale in the annals of Liberty City's crime stories. His philosophy of legacy underscores the emptiness of chasing external validation at the expense of internal fulfillment.
I told you
to leave me alone.
I give the orders here. Me! Ah! Ah!
You're not looking so good there, Jimmy.
Screw you.
What the fuck did she ever do to you?
I wanted you, you immigrant dipshit.
Big talk. You want to know something funny?
Not really.
The commission, the old families. I know some of those guys. And they thought you were a fat fucking joke.
Whatever.
A joke!
Jimmy Pegorino's life is a poignant exploration of human frailty. His philosophy, rooted in ambition, pride, loyalty, desperation, and legacy, it all serves as a mirror to our own struggles with identity, purpose, and recognition. Pegorino is not merely a villain, but he's a tragic figure, a man whose greatest enemy was not the commission or his rivals, but himself. Through Pegorino, Grand Theft Auto 4 offers a narrative rich in philosophical undertones. His story reminds us of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the price of pursuing validation at all costs. It challenges us to reflect on our own desires and the lengths to which we might go to achieve them. In the end, Jimmy Pecorino's philosophy is not just his own, it is a reflection of the human condition, a tale of striving, failing, and yearning for something greater than oneself.